Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss Chainlink and its token Link. None of the content is financial advice. Right now, price of Link is at around $25 from that 2023 lows and that higher low structure and the range based higher high structure. If you extrapolate this over here, you'd get the sense that price of Link over the periods, extended periods, has been in a series of higher lows and higher highs from especially since about March 2024. And the price action does go to that one Fibonacci level higher from the for each of the major rallies drawn from the 2021 high when the price of Link was at around $52 and the 2023 bottom when the price was sub $5 for Link. From that low of June 2023, price has done a 5x in this bull run starting June 2023. Right now, you can see from the March highs for Link again. The price did go to that first in October 2023 went to that 0.23 fib level at around $16. Met resistance, came back to the 20-week simple moving average, held it as support, then rallied to the 0.382 to the $23 level, then came crashing down, could not hold that support. The 20-week simple moving average went all the way back to the ascending white line over here, held this as support back in July 2024, came rallying back up to the 20-week simple moving average. Then as it went beyond that 20-week simple moving average, so held it as support and then rallied to the 0.5 fib level, slightly higher than that, around $28 back in December 2024. Again repeated the same thing, came crashing down, did not hold the 20-week as support, went to the higher low support, tested it twice till about June 2025. Now potentially coming to the 0.5 fib level, the immediate target at around $28-29, and the 0.618 if we were to go one Fibonacci level high each time a major rally occurs. So for example, here from 0.23 in October, November, December 2023 to 0.382 in March, 0.5 in December 2024, and now potentially to the 0.618 at around $34. And if this ascending line were to go to the end of the channel, somewhere at around October 2025 time period, when the price action could go to the 0.786 at around $42. So that's the technical analysis for Link. Going to the machine learning price analysis, again, this is all from here on. All of the content is available on cryptoweeklies.com, link on the bottom of your screen. It's all for free. So the machine learning price forecast, as it relates to the weekly average price of Link from 2017 till today, the price the weekly average price is used to train the machine learning model on seasonal ARIMA, LSTM, and XGBoost machine learning techniques using statistical measures such as confidence levels based on standard deviations. The non-Euphoria bull case for Link on this yellow line in the next 6 months is between $25 to about $38 at a weekly high. If the weekly average is sorry, not weekly high, the weekly average is $38, the weekly high could be close to that $42 level, the 0.786 for Link. That's the non-Euphoria case towards the end of the year 2025. Again, you can check out each of the monthly ceiling on this ascending yellow line. So for example, end of October, early November, the price ceiling is at around $32. In end of September's early October is at around $29, and so on and so forth. Towards the end of December, it's at around $38. The Euphoria ceiling, the 2 standard deviation, 95% confidence that the price per this model at a weekly average stays and in the bounds or within the bounds of the orange line between $27 for this month end to September end at around $35, October end at around $41, November end at around $49, and December end at around $53 at a weekly average. price. The $53 weekly average price is close to the 1 Fibonacci level, that is the previous all-time high. Slightly higher than that if the weekly average price is $53. So for example, last time around, at the week of the previous all-time high, the weekly average price was $47, whereas the previous all-time high was $5 higher, and in terms of percent, about 10 to 15% higher. So if this time around, if the Euphoria case were to pan out with that all-time high weekly average price at around $53, adding a $5 to $10 on this one would take price of Link at around somewhere between $59 to $63. So that's the Euphoria case, the 2 standard deviation case. If there is a 3 standard deviation blow off top scenario where the peak is at not at 95 percentile confidence, but at or 95 percentile bull case, at 99.7 percentile bull case, that means the there is a prolonged euphoria in the market and there is a blow off top clear signal towards the end of the year 2025. That kind of a scenario is ahead of us. Again, the probability of price going higher than this red line is only 0.3 divided by 2, so less than 0.15 percent, as it relates to the chances. For this month ending, the price ceiling in the 3 standard deviation blow off top scenario is $29. As we move towards mid-October, the ceiling is at around $50, end November at around $65, and early January, late December at around $73. A $73 link would, again, if we add that 10 to 20% higher, if the weekly ceiling is at around $73, that's when the 1.618 fib level comes into the play, and the eventual peak could be well close to that $82 level. If we were to extrapolate what the 3 standard deviation machine learning forecast could do and how it meets the 1.618 on the Fibonacci level. Going forward, to analyze Link on its regression based fair value, the per the regression based model, the model trained on polynomial regression and the weekly candles for Link since 2017, using this pink line as a guidance of a fair value, which is a non-linear estimation of what a fair value is of that underlying asset of Link as it proceeds to the boom and bust cycles in the crypto asset class, where the fair value goes up in the bull market and goes down in the bear market to account for what's the fair valuation. And if you apply 1 standard deviation residuals to this fair value, this becomes more and more clear. Than whenever the price is below the green line, at least historically speaking, that's when the Link is asset, the underlying asset that is Link, is in a buy zone or deep undervaluation zone. That zone for Link is coming at around anything priced below $26. Essentially right now price is slightly below the undervaluation ceiling or the undervaluation range. So ever since June 2025, if you look at why Link has rallied so much, one reason is that from its regression based fair value perspective, it was lagging quite a bit when essentially in the June drop, when the price was at around $11. The undervaluation range for Link back then was at around $14. Now the undervaluation range is at around $25, $26. That's because essentially the fair value is in an upswing to account for the bullish phase in the wider crypto asset class. The fair value for Link for this this model at this point is coming in at around $45. That still represents about $20 difference, or in terms of percent, about 80% undervaluation from the fair value as it relates to the current price action. If we were to take an opposite of the fair value to the downside and residual, applying 1 standard deviation residual to the downside is applying 1 standard deviation residual to the upside, and together between the yellow and the green line, price action stays about 1 standard deviation, that is 68% of time. If the price action were to meet that 1 standard deviation ceiling at this yellow line, the price action could, for Link, that is the weekly ceiling for Link, could be at around $78 for this week. If we were to extrapolate that and assume a slightly bullish end to 2025, this is the bull ceiling, the 2 standard deviation extrapolated bull ceiling. But if we were to ignore the bull ceiling for now, go ahead with the uh, extrapolated trend line for link now from August till, let's say, early December 2025, the fair value increases from $45 to $47-48, and that corresponds to about from $78 to about $80 to $83 to the one standard deviation residual application on the fair value. So that's the regression band extension. This is a very conservative estimation, saying that again the upswing does not go up forever and meets with a like a logical cool down of the regression based fair valuation at some time during the end of the market cycle, potentially in late 2025 or early 2026. So with that extrapolation in mind, the the behavior of this yellow line could indicate that towards the end of the year of 2025, the yellow line could well be at around somewhere between $83 to $85. Again, coming close to that 1.618 if that were to materialize. Again, three different models which don't talk to each other, highlighting that confluent area if there is a euphoria bull run ahead of us. If we were to look for links, current risk accumulation risk is currently coming in at around 0.06, that means 6% risk using the regression based analysis. Again, this model again uses the same regression based fair value, and based on the proportional and the time adjusted distance between the fair value and the current price action, the risk levels are color coded. Whenever again they are in this zone between 0 and 0.1 risk, as they are right now, link has been in those environment and asymmetric buy. The opposite of this is to identify what could theoretically be a peaking scenario for link. Thus far in this 2024-2025 bull run, link has went between 0.3 and 0.6 risk, essentially 0.65 risk essentially twice. If there is a third iteration of that kind of environment ahead of us, per this regression based valuation, the price of link could be between $47, which is this confluence area of about 0.786, and that's the bottom of the range, to that $85, that's a 0.65 risk. Again, culminating with that the fourth model essentially saying that using the historical risk pattern at a daily level and the regression based valuation, the peak for link in that zone that link witnessed twice since 2023, if that kind of environment is ahead of us, the ceiling for link could be somewhere between $80 to $85. If we go even more bullish than that, again the ultimate ceiling could be somewhere between $95 and $125 again. But that is again right now no evidence for that kind of price action right now. All of the evidence is pointing if there is a euphoria phase somewhere at around $80-85 per several different models. Again, now the simple moving average price, again based on how the price is doing with respect to the 20-week simple moving average, again it's not a surprise. The 20-week simple moving average currently is at around $16, price is at around $25. In terms of percentage, it's 10 over 16, roughly speaking, about more than 50-55% higher than the 20-week simple moving average. That's why the 20-week simple moving average based risk level is kind of elevated at this point at around 0.56. If it were to go to about 0.83 like it did in December 2024, that 0.83 for link could be somewhere between $36 and $37. In the short term, if there is a cool down in the market in September, those are the levels to look for any short term peak for link. The cool down that could happen like it happened back in August 2024 and in April 2025 and June 2025, the risk levels at that level were between 0.2 and 0.3. If that kind of a support we are looking for in a downturn, that would be somewhere between $21 and $23-24 per this model. if we visit the 0.1 risk, that corresponds to about $18. So that's a major area of support for Link going forward. Per the simple moving average based model, the time weighted average price model says that currently the blue line, which is the time weighted average price, is coming in at around $10.40. Come mid to late 2026, or any major dips along the way, like they occurred in August 2024, September 2024, and April 2025, when the price came really close to the time weighted average price. That's where accumulation and any major lump sum buy for Link per this model makes the most amount of sense. We'll update this model every day to help it react to the latest price action. We don't retroactively fit it. This is a live model. So this kind of analysis all available for free on cryptoweeklies.com. If you were to like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated. All in all, the estimated bull run peak for Link as it relates to multiple different models is somewhere between the as mentioned earlier, as the weighted risk as it relates to regression, time weighted average, and the simple moving average model. The weighted risk comes to that $63. Mentions that estimated bull run peak to $63 to $64, as mentioned previously. If the price were to go to that Euphoria ceiling, and at a weekly average of about $53, at a weekly average, the eventual peak could be somewhere between $63 to $64, at between $59 to $63, as described previously. All in all, the most area of confluence as it relates, if there is a non-Euphoria bull run peak between the current price and the $43 to $45 at 0.786. If there is a new all-time high this market cycle, the first level to watch is between $59 to $63, and the most area of confluence at 1.618, web level at around $80 to $83. With that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.